6 months on since he succeeded the late Tan Sri Adenan Satem at the helm of Sarawak, Datuk Amar Abang Johari Tun Openg has been making his mark as Chief Minister, continuing his predecessor's work while introducing new policies of his own. Abang Johari spoke candidly about taking over, the policies he introduced to transform the state's economy, and his dream for Sarawak.
I've been in this public office for the past 30 over years, except the difference is decision is all yours now. That I have to decide myself for the future of Sarawak. And that is the only difference. But in terms of lifestyle, it's the same. You are focused on your job. Number two is you have to identify the direction of the state. And number three, of course, it must be people-centric. You see, what happened was circumstances sort of decide me to come to politics. I was involved in my kampong's, the development committee. There was a party called Pajar, and that party, more or less, has affected the unity of my kampong people, especially the development committee in my kampong. So there was a division. Those who favor Pajar and those who favor PBB. So that's why I came in, trying to unite the people back. Then in 1978, they elected me as the Youth Vice President, PBB. And 1981, Tun Rahman spotted me and asked me to become a candidate to take over from Datuk Abang Abu Bakar in Sarawak. That's why I came in. I must tell you the story. When I was asked to be the candidate, I declined. Because, as you know, I was still very young, 30. And then, as you know, my son is only about 3 years old, my eldest. So I wanted to spend my time with my family. I gave option to Tun Rahman, if possible, to take my brother instead of me, Datuk Karim. But then the late Tun Rahman said, no. I said, you have the card, but not Karim. See? So that's how I came in. Adenan has his own style. But both Adenan and myself, we got some common approaches. Because we are from the same kampong. And I think Adenan, as you know, when he became Chief Minister, he focused more on how to help people to lessen their burden, particularly our cost of living. I continue with this policy, trying to reduce cost of living. But then, Adenan has his own style. I have my own style. Approach is different. You must remember, Adenan's background is more legal background. Mine is more on economics and business. So it's bound to have some differences. I try to find new ways and new means, not only to reduce the cost, but rather to increase income level. That's why I introduced a new policy. It's more economics policy, which I hope in the long run will give avenue for people to use their talent and to use whatever resources that we have to increase their income through good employment opportunities. You know, I am going next month to Estonia. Estonia is a small country. Population is 1.3 million. Estonia was formerly under Russia. Okay? Now it's highly digitalized, and Estonia now export their goods to Europe, including the services sector. The services sector particularly all under IT. So I wish Sarawak will be like Estonia. We got small population, 2.7 million, and then we are able to interact with our neighbors. When I talk neighbors, it includes India and China. No? because the flight taken is only 4 hours. That is your market. I hope that Sarawak can be just like Estonia, where we provide services as well as goods, our export, which are efficient, which are of quality, to the 3 billion market. This is my wish. Because everybody will have their opportunity to improve themselves through this basic strategic economic policy. We do not know, we don't have any signal yet from Datuk Najib. But of course, Datuk Najib asked us to prepare. Of course, we prepare. In any election, we must prepare. But policies must be there, good policies. There are some indications of the Chinese who want the party to be back into one. As you know, the community leaders have been talking about that, community leaders. So it's up to the politician to respond. I do not want to force. Let them assess what they want. And so they must also study the need of these community leaders. And there are indication that the AUPP also having that sort of willingness. And the same goes with SUPP. But of course, in this sort of process, there are groups who may not want. This is normal. Who may not want. So it depends on the top management, the top leadership. But I have a feeling that both leaders of both parties, they want to have a common front. But they have to look after their, of course, their own supporters. Or group, they may not be happy. So this one takes time. But to me, in the long run, they will be united for the sake of the Chinese.